Alright, guys, so just now something bugged out and the stream kind of just stopped halfway, but whatever the case, I'm not here to whine about that. I am here to talk about the best DNC ticket for the year 2028, the upcoming election. Well, if Donald Trump would concede his power and transit peacefully, which is, I guess, the best hopes, and we should try to do something to check him in the year 2026 when midterm comes. But that granted, which is a lot, but that granted, in my personal opinion, the best ticket, the highest chance of winning ticket that the DNC can offer and should offer, although I'm suspicious that if they would, is Kamala Harris and Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. It's going to be the Harris ticket 2028. Now, before I get into that, I just want to have a little take on what I'm seeing in the current of the left, or the whatever you want to call it, okay? The left, the Democrats, the DNC, the whatever, okay? You get what I mean. There's a fissure, okay? And that's to put it lightly. There is a fissure. We are not certain of who to pick. And here are a few very bad options. And I see them being touted around as if this is the hope of our future. And I'm going to convince you that if you feel these are good options, they are probably not. Okay? The first one and the big one floating around is Jon Stewart. Now, before you get angry, I'm not saying Jon Stewart wouldn't win. I'm not saying Jon Stewart wouldn't be a good president. I'm saying Jon Stewart, in all likeliness, as we are seeing right now, is probably not going to run in the primaries. And you know what would be kind of deadly? That we will spend the next 4 years under Trump, the next 4 years, trying to egg in a candidate that wouldn't run, and only with 109 days. Sounds similar? You familiar with that? Only with 109 days till the election, then we realize, Jon Stewart is either not running or is not interested in running at all. And then what do? We will scramble to get in another replacement candidate, blow out $1 billion over that person, and then we lose. And then we'll blame Jon Stewart and whoever that person is. Okay? If a person has no interest in running, or at least doesn't seem to express much interest in running, maybe we should try not to force that person to run. Because at the end of the day, the decision is up to that person. And if you're gonna put Jon Stewart as your greatest and highest hope, I'm worried, because I feel like you will be disappointed. And Jon Stewart, to me, no, look, he would make a great president, and I do think he has a huge chance in winning, but he won't run. At least from now, what we see, he doesn't seem interested in running. Things may change in 1 or 2 years. Maybe he would be interested in running. I mean, but he's got the Daily Show. And he's doing fine. And he's doing well. He's doing what he loves. Why would he run for presidency? Doesn't seem like a wise career choice. So that's for one. Okay? And for the rest of them, I'm just gonna go through them. I'm not gonna go through them one by one. I'm just gonna put them in the bucket of who the F are these people bucket. Okay? And in this bucket, you're gonna have Josh Shapiro. You're gonna have Gavin Newsom. Actually, not Gavin Newsom, but we'll talk about Gavin Newsom. Okay, you have Josh Shapiro. You have Pete. Okay? And you have Whitmer. Pritzker. Okay? I don't even remember their first name. I'm gonna do a research. Like, what is Whitmer's first name? Okay, what's Pritzker's first name? Let me just do it right now. Whitmer. Gretchen Whitmer. Okay, that's her first name. What about Pritzker? JB, whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna obsess over that. Okay, the point is very simple. Who are these people? Who is Josh Shapiro? We all know, yeah, he's the governor of Pennsylvania. And then Pritzker, I think, is the governor of Illinois or something like that. So, and we're like, who? And Pete Buttigieg, he got a standing ovation on Fox News one time. You think people remember that, bro? Honestly, you think people remember that? People forgot COVID. Bro, people forgot COVID and the damage it did to the world and the U.S. and the type of incompetent president that was in office at that time and how he botched everything. And people just forgot. And you think the MAGAs or the centrists or whoever else will remember Pete Buttigieg? Are you serious? And Josh Shapiro and Gretchen Whitmer and who's the other guy? Pritzker. Dude, I don't even remember who they are. If they are running against J.D. Vance or Nikki Haley or even Tulsi Gabbard, for God's sake, I wouldn't be surprised they lose again. Because who are they? Nobody knows them. How much time and more money and time do you have to put in to drum these people up, to put them in the media cycle, to rally the voters behind them, to have a chance of being even as notable as anyone on the GOP side at all? I mean, at that point, I wouldn't even be surprised if Vivek Ramaswamy would come out victorious against Pete Buttigieg. Are you serious, guys? This is politics, bro. This is not a game. You can't just put your favorite candidate in the slot because he represents everything you believe. This is not a game. This is not a storybook. You can't do this, and there will be severe consequences if you try. And with respect to Gavin Newsom, you know what the problem with Gavin Newsom is? Well, I know. It's very simple. Even Californians hate Gavin Newsom. So why would you put up someone? Okay, why would you put up? Okay, right now. Okay, right now the voters are very confused. They're very confused. They're very disoriented. They're very dejected, and I understand that. I went through that phase too. I'm not an outsider. I know that. But here's the thing. Are we going to be disoriented for the next 4 years and suffer more? And stay focused and stay rational and stay clear-minded. Stay focused on the prize. Put your eyes on the prize. Now we're talking about 3 paths to death. Okay, the first path is pushing people to run, which is Jon Stewart. 2 is pushing people no one knows to run for everyone against a person everyone else knows, which is the bucket of Pritzker, Whitmer, Shapiro, and Buttigieg. And lastly, push someone that people know, but even their own people dislike, which is Gavin Newsom. And we're debating amongst ourselves, which of these 3 is the most comfortable death. Well, I don't like talking about that. I love life. I don't want death. So how about we scrap all those? How about, listen to this for however crazy it sounds, okay? What if we just run the same person who was nothing, whom nobody know who she is, had 109 days to run, and got 74, however much that was, 75 million people to show up to vote for her. How about we try that? How about instead of giving her 109 days, let's give her 1,200 days? How about that? Why are we blowing through $1 billion with one candidate just to give up on that candidate? Are you going to rerun the same mistake of having a rushed campaign because things did not go according to plan? Can we just rally behind Kamala Harris for real? And not do this like, oh, I hope this, I wish that. We already invested. And she got 75 million votes from nothing? From a nobody? And people are already experiencing buyer's remorse when it comes to Donald Trump. He hasn't even been inaugurated yet. And people will remember Kamala Harris as the opposition, as the juxtaposition to what the American livelihood would have been if they had just not chosen Trump. And is that not a good competitive edge? And the DNC has this and the DNC, I don't want to call it DNC, okay? The voters have this very weird parallel that has recently just been debunked. Oh, we shouldn't field a losing. Oh well, guess who is also a losing candidate? Donald freaking J. Trump. And not only he was a winning candidate this time, he won the presidency, the Senate, and the House. All of them. He got the trifecta. I don't think anyone's got that since Reagan or Franklin Roosevelt. It's been a long time since anyone got that, or was it George Bush? It's been a long time, okay? And a historical comeback from a losing candidate? And now we're saying, oh, we shouldn't put losers up. Dude, the losers won bigly. They got the biggest wins out of all. It's called the comeback. You understand that? It's called the comeback. And people love a good comeback story. Especially when you compare with the, comparison. And in 2028, you're going to run a no-namer? When you got this machine, perfect comeback weapon that you already pumped $1 billion into, all locked and loaded, ready to fire and pummel and penetrate and pulverize, only for you to unload that thing and load in an untested product. What are people talking about? What are people thinking when they try to smack down, take down Kamala Harris, and try to demean her, try to mock her, try to pick her apart, find flaws with her? What's up? I don't get it. Just okay. Ideologically, ideologies aside, just strategically, this is foolish beyond all measures. Why would you do that? Tell me why. And also, okay, let's get back to the ideology part. Okay, let's talk about ideology part. Oh, Kamala Harris was too centrist. Okay. Well, what if I tell you this is what she said almost verbatim? Okay. On the issue of Israel and Palestine, she said, we must ensure to defend Israel and her sovereignty, but at the same time, we must stop the genocide that is killing children in Gaza. Something along those lines. It's pretty much almost exactly that. You could go look it up. Fact check me if you will. That's pretty much the line she said. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that line? What is wrong with that line, my fellow leftists? How is that? How is that not a left-wing view? How is that a centrist view? Do you think Israel is supposed to put up with the October 7th attack and not put up any form of retaliatory response? And do you think, at the same time, innocent women and children in Gaza should die due to a bunch of lunatic, not even men, but devils in men's bodies who committed terror unilaterally on the other side? Why should these innocent people die? So what is wrong with what Kamala Harris said? Find me one thing wrong with what she said about Israel and Palestine. This is the correct stance. What is the left talking about? This is the correct stance. Why does the left hate her for her? What everyone has different things to say about Kamala Harris when it comes to Israel and Palestine. What else is there to be said? Okay, let's go to the border. She said something along the lines of, we want both a comprehensive immigration plan that accepts people to be part of the American citizenship. At the same time, we must also have a safe and secure border. Now, once again, to the people on the left. Now, I'm also on the left, so I'm not some right-wing shell trying to argue against left-wing points by making the left look stupid. No. Although when the left makes ourselves stupid, we should probably stop the clownery. Okay? And my question is the same. What's wrong with that? Is that not what everyone wants? Is that not what everyone should want? What's wrong with that? Can anyone explain to me what is wrong with what she said? She wants a better, a more efficient, a more qualified, a more robust immigration system, a naturalization system. At the same time, she don't want no leaky borders. What is wrong with that line of thinking? What is wrong with that ideology? If your difference with Kamala Harris is ideological, because we talked about the tactical part, but even if you are an ideologue and you care about the abstract meanings of issues beyond the concrete happiness and sufferings of people due to the consequences of you choosing very unwisely, but take away all of that, ideologically, what does the left disagree on when it comes to Kamala Harris? I mean, just what do you disagree on? She said she will help small businesses. She said she'll cut taxes. She said she will help the middle income. She will help the working class. She says she wants to take care. She wants to have affordable housing. She says she would give more affordable childcare and health care. I mean, just what ideologically, what do you disagree with her on? I don't get it. Hi there, Laverne Williams. Like, what does the left have to disagree with when it comes to Kamala Harris? I still don't get it. Is that not what everyone wants? Again, going back to Israel and Palestine, should Israel not defend her sovereignty? Should Israel also not stop committing senseless genocide on innocent Palestinians? Is that a centrist position now? And when it comes to the border, why can't we have both a robust system and a sturdy border at the same time? Is that not left-wing enough? Not in America. Yeah, apparently Laverne Williams is not in America. Is that not what everyone wants? And I'm questioning the left as a leftist myself. Thank you, Laverne Williams. Is that not what everyone wants? And she ran on that issue perfectly. I thought, like, she's got it. And turns out there were people at her rallies. At her rally. Not in Donald Trump's rally, though. Okay, although Donald Trump is probably, we don't know. Maybe he would, maybe he won't. But it seems like he's going to shake hands with Benjamin Netanyahu and flatten Gaza into an airport. Yeah, that sounds like what he's going to do. I hope he doesn't. But he might. And certainly he's more likely to do that than Kamala Harris. Even if it doesn't go on to do that. Are the Palestinian protesters at her rallies happy now? Has fuck around and find out, has FEFO worked out in your favor? What do you think? How do you feel right now? Laverne Williams, I think, put Kamala Harris at a severe disadvantage when all her issues are exactly what everyone wants, left or right, or center, or independent, or whatever you call yourself to be. Name me one thing wrong with her policy. Oh, it's not left-wing enough. What the hell does that mean? How do you go left her on the border than her? Do you want an unchecked border? Is that what you mean by not left enough? And when it comes to Israel and Gaza, Israel and Palestine, what is left her than what she already said multiple times? Do you just want the Palestinians? Do you just want Hamas to get away with murdering innocent people in gruesome and unjust fashions with no repercussion whatsoever, and they get emboldened enough to take that further and further and further and encroach into Israel's sovereignty? What do you want? What does the left want out of Kamala Harris? What do you want her to say? Oh, she wasn't pro-union enough. What are you talking about? Was Tim Walz not talking about unions every single day, all the time, 24/7? What do you mean she's not pro-worker enough? And even when Bernie Sanders spoke about the DNC, I thought he definitely misspoke. What do you mean working class to the degree that she did not even talk about billionaires nearly at all? She was all the way in for the working class, for the poor. What are you talking about? What does the left mean when they say things? It just none of this makes any sense. It makes any sense at all. And people are still hating her. People are still attacking her. Why? Why are you doing that? And I'm not talking about the right. I'm talking about the left. Oh, she's not. She's a center right. Center right on what? Main Russia issue. She was right. We should uphold the rules of NATO. We should protect Ukraine against an aggressor. And what does the left even say about that? Nothing. She happened, whatever you think she did, she was correct in that assessment, and she aligned with the left, except the left did not compliment her for that alignment. The left simply ignored that alignment and attacked on everything that didn't exactly align with them. Why are you doing this? Why are there no Palestinian protesters at Trump's rallies? Where are they? Why are the uncommitted movement leaders not showing their ugly faces at Trump rallies? Why aren't they there talking about Donald Trump, not trying to fix the Israel-Palestine situation? Why are they protesting? Why are these protesting at DNC rallies when they wouldn't protest at GOP rallies? When clearly the GOP is going to do far worse than the DNC. And they're telling people don't vote. Why would you do that? Makes no damn sense. And at some point, you have to say, you know what? Maybe there's like a portion of the left that is simply uninterested in winning. Maybe at some point you're going to have to say that. And okay, besides that, tactically, it's just foolish for you to not put someone up whom you already put $1 billion in, was able to come back from 0 to 75 million votes in 109 days, and you got 1,200 days to do better, whilst this other guy is clearly doing worse in less than 30 days. Instead of pushing a whole bunch of no-namers, Josh Shapiro, Gretchen Whitmer, Pete Buttigieg, Gavin Newsom, who the hell are they? And Jon Stewart, who is gonna be a good president, but he's not gonna run. He's not gonna run. So stop it. Okay? And if I'm wrong, I'll be glad that I'm wrong. Okay? I'll be glad if I'm wrong about that. But as of now, that seems to be correct. So stop it. Rally behind Kamala Harris. And also Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. Okay, you know how the ticket's gonna work, right? Not to go there. I hope they know. I hope this is just a a anger phase where people are just angry and they're just throwing out things they're angry about and they're just throwing a hissy fit. I hope that's the case. I hope the left or whatever else can regain their sanity. But whatever the case may be, the role of Harris and the coordination between Harris and Cortez will be insane. I can just tell that to you. Harris is gonna be this president that is unoffensive to everyone. Okay, she's gonna do her A at the same time B thing for everything, and honestly, that's what a president has to do. That is what she is for all Americans, and she is right to do so. She should have done so, and she did. She's the type who goes, well, we must ensure that the working class gets paid fairly. At the same time, we must ensure that corporations can run sustainably and extend their business and provide good capital growth for the country. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Now, of course, only the corporate side. They're price gouging consumers, which she said she will fix, by the way. You guys, did you guys even hear that? Huh? Or you heard it and you forgot about it because you want to pick her apart on these other issues that she didn't nail perfectly. And on the issue of diplomacy with China and Russia, she'll be going like, well, firstly, we must ensure that there is free world trade, and we shouldn't be so flimsily sanctioning people, and we shouldn't just enter into trade wars because we don't like people. At the same time, when people participate in malpractice, we must take a stance, be it through the word of mouth or economically, albeit temporarily. So, we need a person like that as the president. And Kamala Harris is the person to do it. These folks kept hollering about the price of eggs and the economy, anything to keep from voting the black woman. You are so right. Women are still dying daily from the lack of abortion care. Yeah, they didn't care. Look, Mr. Williams, okay? Mr. Williams, respectfully, I thought the same. Until I realized they don't. They don't care about women's rights. The hell was he talking? They don't care about women's rights. I was a fool. Will Powers. Hey, how's this one? AOC, Harris AOC versus Vance Candace Owens. No one likes Candace Owens. No. If it's Vance Haley, if Harris AOC versus Vance Haley, or maybe Haley Gabbard, now that's gonna be tight. Okay, you know what the tightest ticket will be? It'll be Harris Cortez versus Haley Gabbard. That one's gonna be tight. That one's gonna be hella tight. I wish they don't do that. I wish they do what you did, Vance and Owens. Oh my gosh, that wouldn't be close. If it's Harris Cortez versus Vance Owens, it's not gonna be close at all. And yeah, you're right. Laverne Williams is gonna be your body, my choice, because they sold out women's eggs. They sold women's eggs for 20 cents off the hen's egg at Costco. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You talk about the price of eggs. The price of eggs for a woman incubating a fetus is death. How about that? Why is everyone not talking about that price of eggs, huh? And you think Donald Trump's going to fix the price of eggs? What makes you think? Okay? What makes you think the person who cares not for your most fundamental basic human rights will care about the nitty-gritty details and little struggles in your daily lives? Huh? Can Hispanic men answer that question? Can white suburban women answer that question? can Texans and Floridians and all 7 swing states that went to Trump answer that question? That flipped from Biden. And the tariff too. Do you guys remember how what is a tariff is the most Googled question one day after election? Well, we had like what? At least 120 days to Google that? Or maybe whenever he said it, at least 2 months, 3 months, 1.5 months. You did not. And what happened? FAFO. Fuck around and find out. Now you know. The companies are already pre-stocking on inventory and already jacking up consumer prices to preemptively buffer themselves from the economic damage if and when 20% tariffs will happen. Whether or not it will happen is a thing. But you know what the problem really is? Companies are ready to fight against it. By doing what? By passing the cost down to consumers. I hope you're happy about your 20% more expensive eggs and even more expensive gas prices, of which both were caused by poor handling of a global crisis called COVID that people happen to forget. And people on the left are still thinking we'll put Pete Buttigieg in for the ticket because one time he got a standing ovation on Fox News, so everyone must have remembered who is Pete Buttigieg. No, they don't. Some people did not even know Kamala Harris was running in place of Joe Biden. They thought Joe Biden was still running. And you think people are going to remember Pete Buttigieg? What type of terminally online leftists are you? Seriously. And the coordination between Harris and Cortez will be godly. Godly, okay? Harris will be the both sides at the same time president for all Americans. And Cortez, oh, Madam Cortez is going to be an attack dog. She's going to bite. She's going to rip apart the corporate. She's going to rip apart the Republican. She's going to tear in and tear down whatever the hell Donald Trump set up. And she's going to go wild. Okay, the combination is this calm, collected, joy, positive, good vibes, everyone is equal president, who is Kamala Harris, and then this wild, crazy, dare I say, bitch, who's gonna lacerate the right-wing ass into several pieces. And that's what people want. Do I agree with any cabinet picks? No. Fuck the cabinet picks. It is, I don't want to get into it because it's too much to get into it. I honestly at this point, yeah, you're right. Honestly at this point, I don't even care. I don't even care what Trump does with the cabinet or the Senate or the House or whatever, okay? At this point, the combination is going to be Harris and her attack dog, AOC. And that is going to be the ticket. One, about hope and dreams and joy. The other, taking down of the evil agents, the real enemy inside, which is the Republican and the right-wing conservatives. And she's gonna be the person who's gonna get clips after clips after clips on social media, hitting 12 million views on every clip, just brutally like, fuck the Republicans, fuck Donald Trump. This orange man, he's a felon, he's a loser, he's got a small penis, he's an idiot, he's got brown skin and orange hair, he's a skin bleacher, he's an idiot, he fucked up the economy, he's a little bitch. She is gonna go wild. Oh, she is gonna go wild. And it's the type of anger people want to see represented at the top of the ticket. Drain the swamp. It's gonna be what? It's gonna be what Jasmine Crockett did. Okay, you know what? We can do Harris Crockett too. And the bad Bill bitch butch body, whatever that was, I don't even remember. Like you need either Cortez or Crockett. You're gonna need one of them as the VP. They can't be P though, because That's I don't think that's gonna be very well for the messaging, but it's gonna be Harris and either Cortez or Crockett. And don't give me nothing else, okay? If the P is not Harris, it's freaking Josh Shapiro and his like non-existing charisma. Thank you, Will Powers. Yeah, no, that's what I expect Cortez to do because she going wild, she going ratchet, bro. She's ratchet. She's ratchet. She's gonna rip Trump. She's gonna mock his small little micro dick. Like she's gonna go berserk, okay? Like, yo. Like she is already going berserk. Don't tell me about nothing. She is gonna be 24/7. She's gonna be the Charlie Kirk of the left. No, she's gonna be the Nick Fuentes. She's gonna be the Nick Fuentes of the left. And she's gonna go after all these neo-Nazis, all these white supremacists. She's gonna go after all these Coonarians on the conservative black side. Okay, you know what this ticket is? Harris Cortez, okay? It's almost gonna be like Satan. Okay, like Satan as in like I'm not saying Kamala Harris is Satan, but you can think of it like Satan, and it's gonna be Lucifer and her Cerberus. Okay, and Cortez is the dog. She gon' bite. There's gonna be blood. And people want that. That's how Donald Trump won, you know? Because people want some blood. People are tired of this same old. And on the side of Kamala Harris, it's too soft. Oh, I'm not talking about real vengeance. I'm talking about people's blood boiling. I'm not talking about like political violence. No, of course I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Cortez being this, like, you know what I mean? Just brutal. Like, just no filters, straight up tearing the Republicans down, attacking every single member of the cabinet, going after Vivek Ramaswamy, like just dumping on Elon Musk, just completely shitting on Charlie Kirk, taking down Alex Jones, like what The Onion did. I mean, she is going wild. I mean, she's not going to talk about, she will talk about some policies, but her main job in this ticket is to be wilding. And that's the type of person we lacked. We lacked that person. And that's how the right rolled off on the wave of anger and dissatisfaction and turned the spear towards us. And we took it. And we took an L. There's nothing wrong with if you're a left-wing person thinking that the problem was with Harris, you might be part of the problem because you couldn't see the bigger picture. People are angry. People are lost. People are confused, disoriented. They don't know what's going on. They need someone to guide their vengeance through to something. They need an enemy to blame for their own suffering. Whether or not this enemy exists, the politicians will make one out of it. And that's a fact. And we never had that. This time we learn. And in 2028, the ticket better be Harris Cortez. Because any other ticket, I'm telling you, if you put, who was it? Gretchen Whitmer. Who is Gretchen Whitmer? Is Gretchen Whitmer the sister of Greta Thunberg? Like, who is Gretchen Whitmer? Can any of you tell me who she is? Could you even tell that's a woman from the... I'm not trying to attack her. I'm not trying to clown her, but who is Gretchen Whitmer, bro? How is Thunberg? And who is Pritzker? Is Pritzker a Russian? Why is his name like that? And Josh Shapiro. Everyone's going to call him a Jew. And people already don't align on his views on Israel-Palestine. And whoever Gavin Newsom is, and even Californians don't like him, and Pete Buttigieg, and You know what the problem? You know what's even worse than being a black woman running for presidency? It's being gay. We're not ready for that, bro. We're not ready for that. Unless you all want to lose, and you got Jon Stewart. Sure, like if he ran, he would win. But don't make assumption that you think he will run. What makes you think he would? Maybe he would. I would like to be proven wrong in that regard, but would he? These things and these Bernie bros. Why can't you get Cortez to align with Harris? Why do you need Cortez to fight Harris? Why do we need more fighting now? Why do we need more infighting? What is the left thinking? Seriously, what is everyone thinking at all? The best, take it note, the only surviving ticket that will get us through to 2028 is Kamala Harris and Alexandria Ocasio Cortez or Jasmine Crockett. Pick one. We need a calm and collected, good faith, good motherly. We're gonna build things. We're gonna, even this out. We're gonna be for everyone. The future is great. It's gonna be a lot of joy. Let's be careful. Let's not screw things over. Things are really bad as is. Okay, we need that. Then that's Kamala Harris. And we're gonna tear some shit down. Okay, we need to identify who the enemy is. And we're gonna stop them. We're gonna take them down. We're gonna stop them. And they're gonna have to stop. Because we're gonna keep attacking them until they do. And that is gonna be AOC. Or Jasmine Crockett. But other than these three, okay, with this particular order, I don't expect the Democrats to win in 2028. And even if they do, they're probably going to lose in 2032 because they don't address the real emotional concerns of people. And until DNC realizes this, you see what the problem is right now? They're saying the problem is because they women. You know what wouldn't have been a problem? If Nikki Haley ran. Yeah, see, that's what they think. You see? That's what they think. Oh, we need a white man. You know, if Nikki Haley had ran, she could have won against Kamala Harris too. The problem is not that they are women. The problem is that they ain't white. And the problem is the fact that there are a lot of racists in America. Of course, there's sexism. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of sexism too. But mainly racism. But as we have seen, racism will be very expensive. Because once these immigrants get deported, first of all, whoever that remains, they ain't ever gonna vote for a white man. Because they be damn afraid now. They be damn afraid. If Donald Trump actually follows through with some of that, ain't no Hispanic person would ever vote for someone white. That's one. Okay? Whoever that they weren't able to clean out and could still vote in 2028, they ain't voting nobody white. So don't give me that Josh Shapiro. Don't give me that who was the people. They don't want no white person. No white person, especially a white man, at the top of the ticket. Because they be scarred. Okay? So please don't put no white man at the top. You could have Tim Walz. Walz is okay. Walz is just fine. Okay? You could do a rerun of 2024. They ain't gonna... If the Republicans are smart, if they are smart about this, they will do Haley Gabbard. If they're smart about it. That's if Donald Trump really messes up as he is planning to do, as the interview yesterday said he would. He will not only deport illegal immigrants, he's going to denaturalize people. They're not white. and send them to wherever he thinks they came from. You know how crazy, bro? You know how crazy it is? Where do you think they came from? Where do you think the Latinos came from? Huh? Bro, y'all illegal invaders. Like y'all the aliens. Y'all the aliens that committed war crime and took over the land. Where are they supposed to go? Like what do you mean go? The illegal aliens on their own land? Now? After they naturalized? Still? Like where the hell they go now? The Mexicans were original people of this land. Remember how the British took Texas and California from the Mexicans in the war? Damn, that's their land. Where are they going to? Oh, send them back to Mexico. They don't come from Mexico. They belong to the Americas. And they're illegal aliens, that's for one. Two, not even if they're naturalized, going to denaturalize them and make them go through an exodus. And these people voted for the guy who would do that. I can tell right now, for however dumb these people are. Look, people are dumb, don't get me wrong. But people are never as dumb as continuous excruciating pain and fear. Because once the slap lands on their face, they know they done fucked it up. Yeah. And them DNC better not be confused and try to run a white man in 2028. They better not do that. And give the Republicans a free win once again. And don't do no Josh Shapiro. Please, no Josh Shapiro. They're going to say he's a Jew. No Whitmer. No. Please don't. Please, just do Harris Cortez. Please, I beg you, DNC. Because if the Republicans are smart, they will run Haley Gabbard. They wouldn't put Vance up because if Trump really follows through, Vance will be ruined. Ain't nobody trusting that flip-flopper. Ain't nobody trusting that white man that helped Trump implement all his racist policies. And when it's going to be Josh Shapiro and Gavin Newsom running against Nikki Haley and Tulsi Gabbard, you toast, man. You might lose that one too. So please, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching right now, whoever that will be watching in the future, please, we have to rally behind this ticket. Stop splitting the ticket. These two are friends. They are not foes. Okay? Bernie bros, stop shitting on Kamala Harris. Stop attacking her. She's not an enemy. Don't make her one. We got a real enemy out here who's trying to deport people from their own land that they naturalized into after they were stolen from them. And you still want them deported. And Kamala Harris is the enemy? Why? Why is that? Why? Give me a reason. You can't. Because she's not Bernie. That's your reason. So stop that. Cut that out. Kamala Harris and AOC should be friends. And in fact, not only should they be friends, they should be colleagues. With Harris being the president and Cortez the vice president of 2029. That's the outcome we want. Don't give me this other crap. I don't want to hear. Okay? And I've laid out my reasons very simply now. The best ticket for DNC in 2028 as of recording is going to be Kamala Harris as the president and Alexandria Ocasio Cortez as the VP. And with that, I conclude my segment today. I will probably be doing a bit more. I'll try to do more on Kamala Harris and AOC once in a while. Although I'm still very disappointed with the left right now. I am so disappointed. But you know what? We have time. At least we think we do. We're not sure. Maybe we do.